You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram High School Hoops, presented by Andy Citron Injury Attorneys.
Welcome to the Hut on the campus of Catholic High School. Tonight, our Hill Kelly High School Hoops matchup, the great rivalry, the one we look forward to every year. It's the Catholic Crusaders on the home court against their arch rivals, the Gulf Breeze Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Dan Shugart along with Christian Garman. We have another week of high school hoops for you. A great Friday night. We have done this game now 4 years in a row by my count, and we look forward to it because the fans get fired up. The student bodies are here. They travel for this, so there's going to be a lot of excitement for both teams tonight, and two teams that love to get after each other.
Oh, I'm pumped, Dan. You know how much I've been looking forward to this game. And it's senior night, which is very exciting. We had a fun game with the girls who played just a little while ago, and you commented an hour ago how excited people were, and that's an hour before tip-off. So it's going to be, I think, a very exciting night. And I think we've got a good shot at a tight game, which should be a lot of fun.
We have two contrasting styles. Catholic comes into this game with a 13-10 record. They have won 3 of their last 4. They've been a little up and down. They went through a stretch where they'd win one, lose one, and kind of were struggling to score points. Defensive team, they'll make you guard them. They're very patient on offense, but they've got to keep the game in the 40s, whereas Gulf Breeze, Ryan Ottensmeyer's team, loves to push it. Their goal every night is to score 70, so they want to play an offensive game and an up-tempo game, and Catholic wants to grind it out.
And it's going to be very interesting because, as you told me before, Catholic's got one senior, so they're going to try and dictate that slower game with one senior kind of leading the way, whereas Gulf Breeze has how many, 9 you said?
9 seniors.
9 seniors, so it'll be very interesting to see them try to implode their will on this thing and keep it going and see if Catholic, the younger team, can find a way to keep that discipline.
That one senior for Catholic is Jacoby Jackson, who wears number 5. He's averaging 9.5 points and 6 rebounds a game. He leads the way, but he's not alone. Wayman Jordan, another great running back from Catholic's football team. Jackson and Wayman Jordan. Wayman's in the backcourt. He does a lot of scoring back there when they get scoring. If he can score, they're pretty effective. And then Will Taylor, a 6'3" sophomore, inside player for Catholic, tries to settle things down there. As for Gulf Breeze, they're really led by Ben Hepworth, number 11, averaging 12.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. As a guard, he is rock solid, really tough. We all know his dad, Randy Hepworth.
Reminds me of his old man, that's right.
Who played here with you.
I played with Randy, yeah. Randy was class of 91. I was 92 here at Catholic.
So anyway, Ben leads a really good group. Cole Pascal as well, 9 seniors for Gulf Breeze. They will come at you in waves. So two teams that know each other extremely well, two programs that go way back against each other, as you now know. Catholic and Gulf Breeze, great matchup. We're looking forward to it. Tip-off coming right up. All right, we're ready to get underway. Gulf Breeze and Catholic. Gulf Breeze 10-11 on the year. They won 7 of their last 10, however. And Catholic with a 13-10 record. Gulf Breeze in the white jerseys and, in fact, the full white uniforms. And they win the tip. And here we go. That is Ben Hepworth, number 11, giving it off to Luke Seifert, number 20. We'll run down the starting lineups for you. That's Hepworth again, out front to Griffin Corbin, 6'2" senior.
And Corbin averages 10 a game.
And Ben Hepworth hits the baseline jumper, and Gulf Breeze is on the board first. Ben Hepworth averaging 12.5 points a game.
Looks like Gulf Breeze is going to start in a zone here, 2-3 going. Catholic was playing man.
All right, then to the high post, that's Taylor, loses the handle, but it gets over to Wayman Jordan. And now Jordan tries to drive baseline. He's shut off there by Tyler Walkup. Out front, that's Jacoby Jackson, the lone senior on this Catholic lineup. Catholic starting 3 sophomores tonight. Jackson with the drive and the rebound pulled down. Battle pulled down by Cole
nice pass
Pascal.
Ahead there.
Pascal with the rebound and the fast break layup by Griffin Corbin.
And a great look-ahead pass from Ben Hepworth there, too.
So Gulf Breeze off and running. We saw Catholic over the last few years do so much running. That plays in a Gulf Breeze game in this year's edition. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Catholic. So the starting lineup for Catholic, we've seen Wayman Jordan wears number 4, sophomore guard. Jacoby Jackson, number 5, the senior. Josh Peters, 14, a junior forward. Will Taylor's a sophomore. And Mike Blankenship, number 30, also a sophomore point guard.
Nice.
Jumper on the way and good.
Good-looking pull-up jumper there.
That's Wayman Jordan getting the Crusaders on the board.
And you talked about Catholic wants to slow things down. If Gulf Breeze is going to play a 2-3 zone, that'll help Catholic slow that tempo.
From the corner, three-pointer, the long rebound pulled off, but Taylor can't hold it, taken away by Pascal. Big, strong 6'3" post player. And the foul is on Wayman Jordan, first foul of the game. There is Cole Pascal. 6'3", he's about 215, so he's added some weight this year, and he really is a force.
Yeah, 6'3", 215, that's notable. Nice backdoor cut there, missed him.
Pascal out front. He plays in the backcourt. All these guys can play. It's almost a 4 or 5 guard lineup, but everybody seems to be interchangeable. There's Pascal hitting the three. So a 7-2 start for Gulf Breeze. Pascal, the big guys in the middle of that zone in the lane, doing a lot of work, a lot of rebounding inside, defensive work inside.
Ooh, nice
then you
pump
saw him
fake.
step out for the three. There's Jordan's three-pointer on the way. Pounding the boards is Peters, but he can't get a good shot away as Walkup might have gotten a piece of it. Tyler Walkup. So you've got Griffin Corbin wearing number 1. We'll run down that starting lineup for you in a second. And there's Hepworth left alone for three. But there is Griffin Corbin. Loses it as he was falling out of bounds. Coming out of the backcourt, that's Mike Blankenship. And offensive foul. Walkup taking the charge. And the foul is on Micah Blankenship, sophomore point guard, number 30.
Gets the big steal, goes coast to coast, but too much at the end there. Great job taking that charge.
I tell you, Jeff, there's the starting lineup for Gulf Breeze. Corbin, number 1, Tyler Walkup, Ben Hepworth, Cole Pascal, and Luke Seifert getting a start tonight. It's Hepworth shut off.
Gulf Breeze moving nicely without the ball.
Will Taylor with the block shot. And then stolen back. By Gulf Breeze, finally Taylor ends up with it.
Wow, look at this.
Seifert stole it back. Taylor ended up with it, getting a little physical at that end of the floor.
Mayhem City feels like a rivalry, Dan.
The foul is on Tyler Walkup, number 5.
3 minutes into the game and huge energy from both sides.
It's a little early to be reaching danger points, but in the grand scheme of things, with Gulf Breeze off to a 7-2 start, Catholic really doesn't have the consistent offense to fall behind and get back in it. So you really can't let Gulf Breeze get out of reach.
And the Dolphins are daring Catholic to shoot. They're leaving those threes open. Nice take, though. Got to finish that. Oh, look at this.
Rebound stolen away by Jordan.
Jordan with a great take, misses the layup, but gets the turnover and puts it back up. Easy points, that'll help.
And now pressure defense, Jacoby Jackson and Jordan double team. And that leaves Pascal alone for 3. Rebound batted to Josh Peters. So 7-4 ball game, and Catholic with a chance to, well, tie it with a 3. They're not a good three-point shooting team. That's Peters against the zone.
Nice pass inside there, and a good take, too.
That's a great take by Will Taylor. That is a huge area of improvement in his game this year. The sophomore put on a little weight. Doesn't look a whole lot bigger, but he's definitely stronger. Some of it is just
look at this.
muscle
Look at this
tone.
effort.
Great defensive effort by both teams, and Taylor comes up with it and hands it to Jordan.
Tonight feels different, Dan.
Ryan Ottensmeyer, Gulf Breeze coach, right in front of us, talking to the referee, Troy Donifro, saying if you're going to let it get that physical, it's going to be a rough night all the way around. Blankenship pounding the offensive boards. Catholic maintains possession.
Peters with a big board there.
Peters has more offensive rebounds than he has defensive rebounds, and is by a wide margin.
Really? Look at this open 3.
And that's Blankenship. High archer.
I think it's raining in here.
Catholic now with a 7-0 run and their first lead at 9-7. And a foul called on the Crusaders down low.
It's a good pass from Griffin Corbin, getting it inside.
And that's a big foul because it's on Michael Blankenship, his second foul, so he'll have to come out, replaced by Austin Burkett, who wears number 11.
Just hit the big three a moment ago, Blankenship.
Well, Blankenship is really a sophomore, but they like how he handles the point guard duties. He is former Crusader Demarius Nickerson's little brother.
Huh.
And so if you have any of Demarius Nickerson in you, the future is bright at that position. Pass, Cole Pascal goes behind the back.
And right in front of that Crusader crowd.
Yeah, they let him have it. Hepworth gets the bounce.
That'll quiet him down.
They needed a bounce, needed a basket. We're all tied at 9. At the 2-minute mark here in a fast-paced first quarter.
No doubt.
Up off the Gulf Breeze bench, Anthony Dawson will check in a moment, along with Carson Hepworth.
The Hepworths just keep on coming, don't they?
Carson's a sophomore. They have 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and the rest of them are seniors on this Gulf Breeze lineup. And Carson Hepworth is one of the sophomores.
It's going to be
Burkett and the rebound. Pulled down.
That's a good move from Burkett, though. Moves like that will get open threes later.
And there's Ben Hepworth. That's in and out.
Burkett at the other end with the board.
Jordan lost the handles. He went up. And that is Corbin. Corbin ahead. Down to
Whoa!
a long three from Griffin Corbin. That's off the mark. We've seen him hit that shot this year, so that's not necessarily a wild shot.
I love the green light from 30. I'm all about that. Just give me the ball.
So Carson Hepworth checks in, replacing Luke Seifert. And Corbin comes out as well.
Nothing worse than missing a shot and then getting taken out. That was always frustrating. Well, half-court trap here. And
timeout. Catholic takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 41 seconds to go first quarter. It's a 9-9 tie. All right, it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here.
Dan, this has been a very exciting. Again, I said earlier, it just feels different, you know. And it's the gym's not big. It's a big crowd, so the cheering is echoing off all the walls. And it's extreme for there to only be 4 fouls in this quarter. Very physical first quarter.
Absolutely. Of course, the news for Catholic, out of the 4 fouls, 2 of them went to Mike Blankenship,
Right.
so the point guard in some early foul trouble. They do have some depth at that position. Dre Harris, who wears number 24, another sophomore. They have 4 sophomores on this Catholic lineup, and they play.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Leading scorer is a sophomore. I know the Catholic is real pumped about their future with that fact.
All right, that's Jacoby Jackson out front and trying to extend the defense.
Yep.
In 30 seconds, they'll just wait for the last shot here in a 9-9 first quarter.
And 9-9 first quarter, Dan, this plays into what you said Catholic won, somewhere in the 40s at the end of the game.
Jackson gets his own rebound.
Wow.
10 seconds to go.
Sorry. Please don't look at the clock. I love it.
Walk up.
That's short. Oh, he gets fouled? 3 free throws.
He ended up in the Catholic student section. That's a good way to sell the foul.
Exactly.
He should get 3, right?
He will. He sure will.
Bad foul with 0.6 of a second to go.
No doubt, because the shot was way short, and I don't think it's because he got hit.
Walk up, walks that one in.
The kind rims at Catholic.
Walk up is a 54% free throw shooter on the year.
Look at this, 54%, that's 2 for 2. Let's see if he can finish this thing off.
He's tied the game at 11.
Wow.
3 for 3, how about that for a 54% shooter? So we've had a terrific first quarter of play as we expected. Catholic and Gulf Breeze and Dolphins lead at 12-11 after 1. All right, we have a one-point ball game. The Dolphins leading by one after one. Gulf Breeze and Catholic. Catholic has the ball to start the second quarter. And extending the defense here for Gulf Breeze.
Very different look now for Gulf Breeze. Remember, they were playing a 2-3 zone that first quarter, and now they're back into it. No, check that. They went man.
Yeah, they're in man.
And that will speed things up a little. You know, you talked about the Catholic wants to keep things slow. In that first quarter, they did. But if Gulf Breeze is going to play man, that may speed him up.
Jordan shot off the mark, but he chases it down. And then had the ball deflected and stolen. Ahead, that's Dawson.
Boy, they are letting them play.
And Dawson, Anthony Dawson, is down on the floor, still down. Now he gets up and works his way back, and he's limping. Up off the Gulf Breeze bench is Sam Larill, who will check in here for Dawson, no doubt. Boy, he really got hammered.
3 missed by Wayman Jordan there. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. That's another one where he looked like he got fouled.
Yeah, as long as you know that's the way the game's going to be played.
Yeah, 100%. Totally agree.
And that might be a foul or travel. It is a foul.
Yeah.
Down low.
Here's the foul.
That should be on Will Taylor, it is. That's his first. And going to the line is Rylan McCurdy. He's only 4 for 10 from the line this year.
So Gulf Breeze has sent a 40% free throw shooter to the line and a 54% shooter, and they're 4 for 4.
Gulf Breeze 61% for the line as a team. Catholic really struggles from the line. They're a 50% free throw shooting team.
Look at this.
They're 5 for 5.
Yeah.
14-11. Gulf Breeze three-pointer on the way.
Boom.
Good. And that's their best shooter by far, Austin Burkett with the three.
They're going to have to hit those if Gulf Breeze is going to keep playing that extended press. They're going to get open threes, but the key's going to be making them. Got to make them.
Corbin hounded by Jackson. Boy, nothing's coming easily tonight in a 14-14 tie.
Nice help defense
Knocked
there.
loose, and Taylor comes up with it, then turns it back over.
And then he turns it back over.
And that's Jackson.
Wow. This is as good as it gets. This is amazing.
Sam Larill, number 10, gave it to Pascal. Pascal shut off, looking. Get the ball to Griffin Corbin. He's double teamed. Great pressure defense, but good look inside.
Oh,
Sam Larill almost had the three-point opportunity of the year. He nearly spun that in there. Wow, what a play.
Yeah.
Take another look at that on the Bob Tyler Toyota replay.
Great interior pass, too.
It really was. Great look.
Well, we don't have to see it. It's fine. Just here was the turnover after the turnover.
And Gulf Breeze inbounds it. Let's get back to live action here. Down low and forcing it up.
Nice.
And in. Nice strong move inside. That is Carson Hepworth with the basket. So the sophomore ties things up at 16.
Gulf Breeze has extended that press a little more now, coming past half court.
And Pascal deflects that out of bounds. It'll stay with Catholic, but again, I guess when you're pressing a team that kind of wants to slow it down anyway, if you don't speed them up, they probably are a little less likely to get frustrated.
Right.
But both teams are playing such aggressive defense at both ends of the floor, so it is going to be a real battle to get any kind of offense going. Jordan drives and kicks it back. That's Peters, and he's hammered. It's either going to be Pascal or McCurdy. And it is Pascal.
Yes, it is.
Cole Pascal picks up his first.
Game tied here.
And going to the line is Josh Peters. 50% in limited opportunities at the line this year.
Well,
I tell you what, we're going to stop giving percentages.
exactly. Nobody misses a free throw in this gym, Dan. And
You've been telling me that for years.
exactly.
Man, nice release. I was going to say, that doesn't look like a 50% free throw shooter, but then again, when you have as few free throws as he does, he's probably a 70% shooter now.
Yeah. Yeah, when you've shot 2 on the year, it's hard to trust the numbers. Catholic still playing, man. They're great help defense from Catholic. It is tough to get through.
Backdoor pass is deflected. Great help defense, and that's Jackson is the one who got a hand on it, and he's the one who comes out with it eventually to Jordan. Short, Pascal with a rebound. That's Carson Hepworth, number 33. And that's Griffin Corbin. Grass courts, they go to McCurdy. He launches the 3. That's just short. Boy, looked good leaving his hand.
Great board.
It was. And a foul.
24.
That will be Rylan McCurdy with the foul. There was Sam Larill, number 10, who's 5'9". And really went on the offensive boards. And, you know, Ryan Ottensmeyer said, you won't believe how he rebounds for 5'9". Sam, one of the football players on this team.
And Gulf Breeze has now, again, extended this press even more. Seems like every possession, they're picking you up a little bit farther down the court. Really asking Catholic to break this press here.
Catholic showing pretty good patience, but then throwing it away.
So the press works there.
Yep, it was Wayman Jordan threw it away, and he was trying to direct traffic after the fact, saying, I thought you were going to be there. That's where you ought to be.
That's on you.
Yeah. I threw that pass exactly where I threw that pass. Walk up for 3. Off the mark. Rebound comes off to Gulf Breeze, and finally Catholic pulls it down. Jackson then fumbles it out of bounds, but knocked out of his hand by Griffin Corbin. It'll stay with the Crusaders. There's a good look at Jacoby Jackson, one of the area's best football players, linebacker, and plays some safety, moved all over the place, but a linebacker and a running back for Catholic.
Averaging 10 as a player here, and the only senior on the team. So this will be interesting to see how Catholic can handle this press, because they have not handled it well. They've only turned it over once on the press, but they have struggled with it several times.
And, you know, the Catholic teams we've seen the last few years, when you had Demarius Nickerson, experienced point guard, once he really learned the ropes of that position, they'd love to see the press because they wanted to take off.
Right.
Now it's a different team. It's a younger team, and that's Micah Blankenship right there, number 30 back in the lineup.
Got to stay behind him. Got to stay behind him. There we go. Another turnover.
Knocked loose. A nice play by Walkup. Got his hand on it and deflected it off Josh Peters. So Gulf Breeze forces the turnover.
Again, back-to-back possessions.
Corbin might have walked. He did.
He sure did. He got hit hard, but he walked just before that.
Well, and I think both teams have shown no signs of frustration. I think they've accepted the fact this is going to be a tough physical game.
Yeah. And again, as you always say, look, if it's the same both ways, fine. We know the deal now. Let's go.
And I think both teams, well, Gulf Breeze certainly with the senior lineup, and Catholic being kind of a physical defensive team as well. So I think both teams are probably pretty well equipped to handle that. Burkett couldn't get a good look at the shot.
Now, there was a moment here in the quarter just now where Gulf Breeze had 3 guys on 1 Crusader. There's an open man somewhere. That's the opportunity that presents itself when you break the press. And Catholic missed it.
Off the mark. He is their best shooter, so they got a good look at a shot they wanted.
Yep.
Hepworth. Shut off nicely by...
Great D again.
And that's Will Taylor coming out with it, but he doesn't want to lead the break. Coming back with it is Walkup. That's off the mark. And tying it up, Cole Pascal, along with Josh Peters, I believe. 2.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
I hope they play 10 quarters. This is incredible.
Dre Harris now is in the lineup. He is the other point guard they have, and Jeff Gill said, he's a guy that they will use to handle pressure defense. So 24 is in the ballgame now for Catholic to do probably just that.
Big turnover there.
Jordan, and he will go to the line.
Jordan's so aggressive. He is taking it hard to the hole again and again.
And the foul is on Cole Pascal, his second. So Wayman Jordan goes to the free throw line to shoot 2.
It's interesting, Dan. It is such a fast-paced feeling game, but the score is low. Which, again, plays into Catholic's hands, certainly.
Well,
and their 3-point lead right now.
There's his foul. You can see Pascal got a piece of him, bumped him in the shot. His first missed free throw of the night by anybody.
Yeah.
Catholic's lead is 3. 2:20 to play, second quarter. Hepworth can't get a look against the double team. There's a good look at a 3. And hitting that 3 is Seifert.
Yeah. Tied it up.
Ties the game with a 3. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
There he is. Good look.
Blankenship finds Burkett. Just short.
As you said, they'll take open shots from Burkett all night. Missed a couple. Good looks. Nice pass.
Down low inside. That's off the mark. Down to the floor goes Seifert.
Great hustle.
And the loose ball comes out to Pascal.
Great job from Seifert there getting on the floor.
Pascal. Minute and a half to go, and here come the Crusaders with a chance to regain the lead.
Jordan's going to take it. He's trying to go behind his back there.
For no apparent reason.
Yeah.
He did get a whistle, I believe.
Offensive, I believe.
It is, you're right.
And he will sit down.
1:23 to play in the half, a 19-19 tie.
Going to try to dry the floor here. A little bit of sweat on the floor, so that's what we're waiting on. Looking for a towel. And there you go. The official got his hand on some paper towels there. This gym will sweat, Dan, I'll tell you that.
There you go. Here's what the teams here are looking down the stretch. You know, the playoff system is different this year.
Right.
For all the classifications except 1A. 1A does it the old way, where the district champion and district runner-up from the district tournaments make the playoffs. And the other classifications, that's not the case. The teams there with the asterisks by them are the teams that lead their districts, the 4 districts in the region. And then the other 4 teams after the district champions will be taken from their rankings according to max preps, and those are the numbers you saw to the left. So Gulf Breeze is really on the outside looking in, and so they either have to win the district tournament or move up significantly in the next 2 weeks. We'll go over that a little bit more thoroughly a little later. Gulf Breeze unable to take the lead, so Catholic now 1 minute to go in the half has a chance to regain the lead. Back and forth we've gone in this first half.
It's been great. It's a nice pump fake from Ben Hepworth a moment ago. Got himself a good look, couldn't get it to go.
That's Dre Harris, number 24, hounded by Corbin. Little reach. And offensive foul again. This time on Jacoby Jackson.
So, Dan, do you think that this was this a pass or a finger roll from Jacoby?
I'm not going to indict him, but that didn't look like a... I'm thinking he's lucky there was a guy there to make it look like a pass.
Got it. Well, I thought it was a shot till I saw him come in. I said, oh.
I remember the guy who was there is Josh Peters, and Josh Peters is the guy who has 36 offensive rebounds to 16 defensive rebounds.
Got it.
So
Here we go. Look.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see.
Oh, he saw him.
Oh, yeah. That's a pass.
Totally. I think it was an alley-oop.
He's looking at us there, guys. You see that pass?
He'll be saying that for a week. That was a pass.
All right, so each team now has had a couple of chances to break this 19-19 tie. In final 30 seconds of the half, it's the Dolphins. See if they try to hold it for one shot. They won't. Down low. In the lane, too. He's got to do something with it. That's Hepworth. Ball knocked loose, but it goes to Corbin alone for 3.
12 seconds.
Blankenship comes out with it.
Stop and pop. No. 4 seconds.
Pascal.
Open look
Hepworth.
from Hep. Oh, God. That's awesome.
What a half of basketball we've had. Our most entertaining half of the year. And
that was great.
These two teams are fit to be tied. It's 19-19 at the half here on Hill Kelly High School Hoops.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram High School Hoops, presented by Andy Citrin Injury Attorneys.
Well, back and forth we have gone in this first half of play. Gulf Breeze opened a 5-point lead right off the bat, 7-2. Catholic came back to tie it, and the two have not been far apart from each other since, physically or on the scoreboard. It's 19-19 at the half, and we can't get any more adorable than that here at Hill Kelly High School Hoops.
And look at the baby, too.
But yeah, I did participate in sports. I went to Pensacola High School, as a matter of fact, back in the 60s. Played baseball for Fred Waters, who's a well-known baseball coach around here. Teamwork, that's the main thing that's to be learned from team sports. And nobody can do anything on their own. You need somebody to help you. And that's a great lesson to learn for anybody in life.
All right, we're all tied up 19-19, so our leading scorer obviously has 5 points in the game. Wayman Jordan with 5 points for Catholic. The crowd's taking a rest.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They're all sitting down. That was such a frenetic first half, not only for the players, but for the crowd inside this room. And you can see they're all sitting down and saying, we'll see you in the third.
Yeah, exactly. We need the energy. Wayman Jordan with 5 for Catholic. Jacoby Jackson with 4. Austin Briquette with 3. Mike Blankenship had 3. Josh Peters and Will Taylor each with 2. For Gulf Breeze, Dolphins led by Ben Hepworth, who had 4 points early. He leads the way. Then 3 points for Tyler Walkup, all from the line. Cole Pascal and Luke Seifert each with 3. Rylan McCurdy, Carson Hepworth, and Griffin Corbin each with 2 for their total of 19 points. We had 4 ties and 3 lead changes in what was a terrific first half, and we cannot expect anything less from the second half when Gulf Breeze and Catholic get together.
And Dan, we've talked about the fact that it was extremely physical. It was also very fast, but even with that in mind, it's only 19-19 here, and this is playing into Catholic's hands, right?
I would think that. It's at their scoring level. You know, obviously they want to keep the game in the 40s. Gulf Breeze averages 61 points a game. Catholic has scored as many as 60 points 3 times this year.
Yeah.
So Jeff Gill made no bones about it. He said if we get in an up and down high scoring game, we can't score with them.
Yeah,
and
no
so
doubt.
He's got, I think, the kind of game he wants. I've been impressed that Gulf Breeze is able to play this kind of game effectively.
Well, they've been pressing, speaking of impressed, they've been pressing Catholic, especially in that second quarter, and that made a big difference. That really slowed Catholic down because we saw the Crusaders turn it over 3 times in a row on that.
All right, Gulf Breeze is back on the floor. We expect the Crusaders to join them momentarily. We're just under 2 minutes away from the second half, so we'll take our final break of halftime here on Hill Kelly High School Hoops. Stick around for the second half. After that first half we had, where would you go? All right, we're about 30 seconds away from the second half of action here at the Hut Catholic High School, which until tonight was best known as the playground that Christian Garmin made famous.
I'm not sure I agree with until tonight. I don't think that changes, Dan. Not as far as I'm concerned anyway.
Yeah, I tell you, this is a lot on the line. Obviously, Gulf Breeze needs to do some damage here in the final few games of the regular season, then in the district tournament or win the district tournament to get into the playoffs. We were looking at those. If we have a chance, James, if we can look at the 3A regional playoff picture. You can see where Gulf Breeze is. That's I'm sure that's where Catholic is, 47th. And they have a lot of teams they would have to jump to get in if they don't win the district.
Yeah.
In the 5A, which is what I was looking for. I'm sorry about that. 5A is
there you go.
Where you see is Gulf Breeze 50th. Pine Forest has made a huge leap in the last week. They were 53rd about a week and a half ago. Went down to Miami, got a win down there, and they've jumped to 36. So they're on the inside right now as far as the at-large. And of course, if somebody is upset in the district tournament, you're going to lose one of those at-large spots. So.
Right.
But that's assuming the favorites, the highest-ranked teams, win their districts. The boys' district tournaments, there you see the host. Crestview, Washington will host the 5A tournament. 3A, you have to go to Florida High, who's one of the best teams in the state. So not only are they one of the best teams in the state, they have the home floor. So winning that district tournament would be quite an accomplishment.
So here we go, Dan. I can't wait.
All right, Catholic has the ball to start the second half. A 19-19 tie. And that is Wayman Jordan on the wing, guarded tightly by Ben Hepworth, who loves the defensive challenge. Down low, Will Taylor.
Nice turn. That's a great move.
Yeah. Can't get it to go. Rebound knocked loose, but finally chased down by Griffin Corbin. Corbin. Travel, yep. Reese Bloomberg, another sophomore, is in the lineup for Gulf Breeze. He wears number 32. There's Cole Pascal, number 12.
Here we go. I was very curious to see if Gulf Breeze would start off with that press. They had such success in the second quarter, and sure enough, they do.
And they do have Bloomberg, 32, who's an outstanding shooter as a sophomore. And he's at the head of that press along with Hepworth, and down along the baseline. That's Taylor.
Taylor likes going left.
He will go left, won't he?
Yes, he will. I want to see him go right.
He will go left all night.
That's how you break that press. You look deep, you look behind it, and there was the open man. Great finish, too.
Corbin.
Speaking of left.
Wow. Over the back goes Pascal to get the rebound, or at least kept it alive.
Nice.
And out to walk up. Three-pointer from Corbin.
Woo! Missed the deuce, nailed the three.
That's our fourth lead change of the night. 22-21.
Gulf Breeze did not press that time. They are playing man, though.
Jackson.
He loves to take it.
Boy, it's a nice, strong move. Corbin did a nice job to stay with him on the spin move, and then commits the foul on the shot. And
little body there.
Yep.
Although they weren't calling that in the first half.
And he's asking for an explanation for the foul. Why is that a foul? Hadn't been all night. Of course, a little different rules when you're in the act of shooting. And
yeah, and they flew in different refs for the second half too. That was a joke.
I'm not gonna expect a straight answer.
Okay.
Now I won't be disappointed.
You'll be disappointed.
Pascal. Ooh. That's a long shot on the way from Bloomberg. He can shoot it. He is one of the young players who is one of the reasons that even though Gulf Breeze has 9 seniors, they're really excited about their future. They have some really outstanding prospects on the JV team, and they've got a couple of juniors and a couple of sophomores who they're happy about here on the varsity.
Dish.
Great pass to Taylor. The assist to Jackson. Hepworth almost lost the handle, but he found Pascal.
Now Gulf Breeze heating up a little bit. Couple of threes, and now that field goal. They're a good shooting team, and they started off that way this quarter.
3-point game. Biggest lead of the night was 5 right off the bat, 7-2. The Gulf Breeze took a 7-2 lead early, and that's been the biggest lead either team has had.
Back into Taylor again. He traveled.
He did indeed. And Gulf Breeze had him double teamed, and he had to go to his right.
That's a problem.
Yep. And clearly they knew it.
Yep. A change of his pivot foot.
All right. Driving down the lane. Hepworth blocked nicely by Jordan.
Sure was.
3-point Gulf Breeze lead. Good patience on offense for Catholic. And now Jackson takes the three. That's short, but he chases down the rebound.
He's so quick. I don't think that three is a great shot for him, but he just shoots it just to get things going, I think, sometimes.
Well, he's an 11% three-point shooter.
So I rest my case.
3 for 27, now 3 for 28.
But again, he doesn't just sit and watch it, follows it up, and keeps this thing going.
Well, if you're 11%, you know it's not going.
Why would he stare at it? Here he goes again.
Stolen nicely as he's shutting it off. That's Bloomberg.
Oh, and look at that. There he is, though. Look at that. Makes the turnover and comes and makes a play.
Well, and it's just the fact that you don't give up on the play and immediately
Awesome.
get back in it.
He's awesome.
That's a competitor right there.
Yep. Yeah, he's been big time.
Bloomberg guarded man-to-man by Blankenship.
Terrific switch there from Catholic. Had a nice backdoor cut, but Catholic was ready for it.
Down low,
no,
Pascal gets free. And fed by Corbin, or rather Hepworth. So Pascal, a couple quick baskets, and the lead is back up to 5.
And this is a little bit of a faster pace. This is going more towards Gulf Breeze and what they want to do. Gulf Breeze back in that 2-3 zone now. So they've really mixed it up. We've seen the half-court press, the full-court press, 2-3 zone, man-to-man.
Down low to Taylor. He's got the left hand.
Boom. Why use the right when the left is so effective?
Well, they needed a basket down 5.
Yep.
And with Pascal heating up perhaps, that was a big basket for Catholic. It's about 3 minutes to go in the third.
Pick and roll there.
Well, knock loose. Bloomberg comes up with it and saves it nicely. Walk up. Blocked
Short.
by Taylor. Corbin tried to follow it in. And a substitution for Catholic. Into the lineup here for Catholic is Burkett. 2:33 to play. And Catholic now down by 3 with a chance to cut into it again.
And here comes that trap from Gulf Breeze.
Down low, Taylor. Batted out to Burkett. Back into Taylor, but he's going, you know which way he was going. And a foul down low. We're going to take we will take a timeout here with 2:12 to play in the third. It is 29-26, Gulf Breeze by 3. Here at Catholic.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram High School Hoops, presented by Andy Citrin Injury Attorneys.
Catholic crowd on its feet. They have been all night. Great crowd here.
I want to be on my feet, Dan. I just want to take the headphones off and watch. I'm sure you'd love that.
Well, it's whatever makes you happy, Christian.
I'll go ahead and do the jokes for you.
Gulf Breeze with the 3-point lead and the ball, and now Catholic comes out to pressure him a little bit defensively before backing up a little bit. Man-to-man defense by the Crusaders. Hepworth in the lane.
Nice pump fake.
Can't get it to go, and Burkett pulls down the rebound.
Got to finish that. That's a great move and a great look.
All right, Blankenship back in. He wears number 30. The sophomore point guard with the ball. And again, the defense comes way out. Jackson.
Good look.
That finds Burkett. But Taylor, that's an offensive foul.
Yeah.
Yep. Boy, he was there, just
He's
forced it
having
a
a
little
big
bit.
quarter, though.
And that is his 4th foul.
That's trouble, because he's the reason they're in it right now.
And he just, he's a sophomore who's made huge strides from his freshman year, stronger player, but he's going to have to develop the right hand as he goes forward, and I think he will.
Yep, no doubt. He's a sophomore.
You know, if the improvement he made from last year to this year is any indication, nice drive, strong drive by Rylan McCurdy.
Yeah, that was big time. Great play. He's got 4 on the night now, McCurdy.
And now Gulf Breeze with a chance here at the end of the third quarter to open things up. They lead by 5 as we get into the final minute of the third quarter.
12-7 this quarter.
Jordan will go to the line. Could not get it to go. He thought he had a chance at a three-point play.
It's another strong take from Jordan.
Yep. And that foul is on Carson Hepworth. Saw the replay. So, going to the free throw line, Wayman Jordan. 52% on the year. So naturally, 52% free throw shooter.
So he's going to miss this one.
Well, that's what you think.
2 out of 3 on the
every
night.
Every time we've warned you about someone struggled from the line, they've swished 2 of them.
Catholic needed that.
Yeah, they did. 3-point game. That's Anthony Dawson in the lineup, number 2, down low. Good idea, but the pass was too low to handle.
Hit right off his feet. That's usually a turnover.
25 now as Seifert backs it up. They want to look for the, maybe look for the last shot if they can, I think. Guarded by Blankenship. Seifert didn't get a good look. 10 seconds to go as Catholic crosses midcourt with Burkett.
Slow down.
Tied up by Hepworth.
Oh.
Ball deflected and stolen by Seifert. 2 seconds.
Another big
Great
play.
defensive play by Jacoby Jackson, saving a basket. My goodness, end-to-end action in the final 15 seconds of the third quarter. We have a 3-point Dolphin lead as we go into the fourth quarter of play here on Hill Kelly High School Hoops.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram High School Hoops, presented by Andy Citrin Injury Attorneys.
Jeff Gill, head coach of Catholic. You know, you talk about a team with 1 senior and a young team, and they've had their struggles that a young team will this year, 13-10, little ups and downs. He loves the future, but what he likes about this team is the first year he took over, 2015-16, that team was 9-18 and had only 1 senior. Seifert hits the big 3 for Gulf Breeze. That's a huge basket to start the fourth quarter.
Sure is, and the biggest lead of the night.
6-point
and a turnover.
lead.
Will they get it back? Catholic got to be very careful right here.
Jordan. Baseline goes Peters and loses it out of bounds to Gulf Breeze. But as Jeff Gill said, you know, this team reminds him of that first team when he took the job after Nick Mead retired.
Right.
In 2015-16, it was a very young team, 1 senior. Penda Wiggins was a junior on that team. They went 9-18. 2 years later, they went 28-2 and made it to the Final Four. So there's a lot to like if you think you have the same kind of team. And boy, they have a lot of young talent on this Catholic team.
Led by a sophomore, no doubt. You know, Dan, I think at this point, we know Taylor is, we got a timeout here?
It's a 20, so it's a, it's a 20. We'll keep it right here.
So what I was going to say is Taylor's got 4 fouls, but Taylor, I think, kept Catholic in the third quarter. At this point, down 6, it may be time to bring him in, even though there's a risk because he's got 4 fouls, but he made a big difference in the third quarter.
Well, you know, and he picked up, I believe, 2 of his fouls offensively. The charge was his 4th foul, and I thought he had another one. It may be going to the offensive boards, if I remember correctly. So, you know, those are the kinds of fouls. If you're a little less aggressive offensively, you can still be effective.
Right.
Whereas if you're getting outmatched defensively, it might be a little bit more precarious.
Yeah. Well, it may be worth thinking about getting him back in the game.
Well, he's been there. He's got 8 points to lead the way. Wayman Jordan has 7, and Jacoby Jackson has 5. So those 3 players have 20 of the 28. Inbound, almost stolen.
Yeah.
But Seifert did a nice job recovering. That's Josh Peters. Seifert down the lane.
That was a strong take with his left.
Corbin was tied up and a foul call, I think, on Peters.
Should be on the floor. I don't think that's going to be a shooting foul.
It is on Jackson instead.
Yeah, we'll take it underneath.
Second foul on him.
There you go, give and go, but he can't handle it.
Great play, except the catch.
Pick and roll,
Jordan.
man.
That's a basket they really needed.
Jordan's got 9. And that has gotten the Crusaders pumped up a little bit. Oh, and they missed the turnover, Dan.
Jordan had the opportunity to come up with a steal and couldn't control it. Fast break, Jackson and Jordan on the run.
Great finish, too. That's really pretty. Didn't need the dribble.
So Gulf Breeze with a 4-point lead inbounding and against that Catholic pressure. Down low to Seifert. Kicks it back out to Pascal. Now Seifert again. He's got Carson Hepworth down low working on
spreading the floor now.
Working on working on Dre Harris down low. Seifert, nice crossover. All alone for 3. That was Carson Hepworth, the sophomore.
He's now got 8, and everyone on his team knew he was going to hit it, too. As soon as it left his hands, the whole bench stood up with their arms up.
Biggest lead of the night for either team. 7 points, and it comes with 5:45 to play. And now packing in the zone. Taylor is back in the game for Catholic. Down low. The zone is packing it in down low. They're having a hard time getting him the ball. Burkett. Leaner doesn't go. Rebound off and out of bounds. It'll stay with Gulf Breeze. Boy, Carson Hepworth, number 33, the sophomore. You've got Ben Hepworth, the senior, who's the leading rebounder and scorer for this team. And Carson, a great 3-sport athlete, football, baseball. He might be a better baseball player than anything, but just a terrific athlete.
Got 8 points tonight. Hit a big 3 a second ago. Great pump fake there.
And rebound, and over the back goes Seifert. 5:03 to play, and Catholic really needs a basket, down 7.
Yeah. We've talked about the fact that they don't have a very prolific offense, so down 7 now with 5 minutes. Biggest deficit of the night in the shortest amount of time to go. They got to score. Gulf Breeze sticking with that zone D here.
Harris looked like he thought about the 3. I don't think he did. Burkett's the guy you look at for the 3-pointer.
And against the zone, you're going to get an open 3. I think Burkett's had a couple of looks, actually.
Down low he goes to Taylor, but he can't hang on to it. Corbin to Hepworth.
Big finish there.
And the lead is up to 9 with 4.5 to go. Another steal.
This is getting out of hand for Catholic.
Seifert can't convert, but Corbin can follow. Catholic needs the timeout, and they take it. So Gulf Breeze has made a run here in the 4th quarter to open up an 11-point lead. We'll take a break here on Hill Kelly High School Hoops.
You're watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram High School Hoops, presented by Andy Citrin Injury Attorneys.
All right, the Catholic student body been on its feet all night, but now the Crusaders need them more than they ever have. Down 11 with 4:15 to go.
Not over yet. Gotta score though.
Gulf Breeze trying to even its record at 11-11.
Catholic 13-10.
I'll tell you what, Gulf Breeze for a team that's 10-11 is awfully good.
Very good. No doubt. Oh boy.
Off the hand, out of bounds.
You got to catch it first. So this will be interesting to see what Catholic does now if they press.
Well, they have to do something. They can't sit back and wait.
No.
And they're letting them have it. That's Ben Hepworth.
He's a Hepworth. He doesn't hear any of that.
Yeah. And, hey, my dad's an alum.
He thinks they're rooting for him. He's like, thanks, fellas. Got to get a stop here for Catholic.
Yeah, they're going to have to extend it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Gulf Breeze can just sit back and at least milk a little bit of time before getting into anything. And, the thing is, they are so good at running the offense with different options. Jeff Gill, the Catholic coach, talking about Gulf Breeze in the summer. These guys have been playing together forever. They'd come to summer games without a coach and didn't need it. They all read everything that each guy needed to do. Everybody knew what they had to do.
Oh, a late call there.
Wow, and Will Taylor's out, if that's 20. No, it's not. It is
16.
Peters.
Wow, Gulf Breeze runs off about a minute and then gets the shot.
3:20 to go as Cole Pascal goes to the free throw line. 84% on the year.
I thought for sure the 84% free throw.
Yeah, I know. That's 8 points now for Pascal. I tell you what, either team is going to have a hard time picking a player of the game.
Yeah, right. What a game. Boom.
I like Pascal.
84%, nothing wrong with that.
9 points now for Cole Pascal.
It's Hepworth there.
Foul on Hepworth, Ben Hepworth.
So just like that, Gulf Breeze up 13.
And into the ballgame, Tyler Walkup. And Carson Hepworth will take a seat. Boy, he gave them a lift.
Yeah, I'd say he's in the running too for player of the game.
5 points he scored, hit a three. He hit the three-pointer that put them up by 7.
Yeah.
And Catholic's got to sort something out here offensively. Nice hustle by Burkett to save it. Peters will go to the line as he's fouled by Pascal, I believe.
Getting free throws and stopping the clock, that's a good thing.
It is a foul on Cole Pascal. Should be number 3 on him, it is.
Peters 2 for 2 on the night from the line.
%50 on the year. And we're at the time of the ball game where legs are a little tired.
Right.
And it looked like he didn't quite get everything into that. Still time. The back iron and the rebound comes off to the Dolphins.
Catholic will pick up full court here.
Ben Hepworth has the
There's a
ball knocked
turnover.
loose and stolen and tied up.
Oh, a jump ball.
Alternate
Wow.
possession stays or will go to Catholic.
Big play for Burkett there.
Yep, tied it up. So Catholic again, opportunity, but they have to convert these with 2:40 to go. And a steal, nice steal by Corbin.
Goes left, big play.
That's a great play.
Sure was.
45-30. I tell you what, this is the closest 15-point game
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Well, it got out of hand here in the fourth, that's for sure. The first 3 quarters, incredible.
There was that run from about the 5:45 mark to the 3:20 mark, so just over 2 minutes. When Gulf Breeze made a 9, actually it was a 11-0 run.
Yeah, there you go.
Burkett, walk up with the rebound. And Seifert might take it. Instead, he kicks it back out wisely to Corbin
Sure,
with
yeah.
2 minutes to go.
It's well coached right there.
Well, they're 2 really well-coached teams. One of them with 9 seniors.
And you saw something like that there with the experience. This is going to be a tough pill for Catholic to swallow because, again, most of this game was very, very close and really good.
And so, with a 15-point lead, a minute and a half to go,
And
Gulf Breeze is going to get a big win, and their second win of the year over Catholic. They won the first meeting in December. Jacoby Jackson was not available for Catholic. He was playing in an all-star
Look at Gulf
football
Breeze
game.
just running that clock. So impressive.
Yep. And it's doing actually kind of what Catholic does to you. Makes you play defense for an extended period. That foul's on Jacoby Jackson with 1:22 to go, and Jeff Gill is emptying his bench. Ed Lewis, number 3, gets into the ball game for the first time. Blankenship and Dre Harris come in. And Will Taylor takes a seat along with Austin Burkett.
Good night for Taylor.
And Jackson stayed in, and Seifert gets loose. And doesn't get it on the second chance. And here come the Crusaders. Jackson finds Harris for 3. That's off the mark. Corbin.
Oh, look at this.
Seifert gets another chance.
It's showtime.
This time
here.
he'll have to go to the line. And up off the Gulf Breeze bench, the coaches just with the palms down. All right, slow down, take it easy. 15-point lead, 1:02. I like their chances. Seifert goes to the line.
But boy, if Catholic comes back, we'll talk about it for years. There you go, Seifert.
Gulf Breeze, outstanding free throw shooting. They're 61% as a team. 8 for 8 tonight.
Wow.
There's a lot of heat on Seifert right now.
Seriously, thanks for the jinx. How do you like me now?
Yeah, exactly. That's an impressive win for Gulf Breeze. It's one they really needed, too. 3-pointer, that's off the mark, and Walkup with the rebound.
Yeah, you're right. It's a great win.
The style of win to come in this kind of game and playing down to the final minute. Corbin thought about it.
They sure did.
26 feet. Pascal, 37 seconds to go. And
I've been thoroughly impressed with Gulf Breeze's patience here at the end. Look at that.
Cut by Corbin, and Seifert found him. I think he was, I'm not sure, I think he was throwing it to Hepworth. And Corbin was cutting. Jackson off the mark. And so Gulf Breeze is going to come out of here with the win.
Corbin with 11 on the night.
You know, Corbin is another one of those guys who just sort of settles things down and runs the show. And there's Tyler Walkup, good close-up look at him. We talked to him earlier in the week about this rivalry. Nice attempted steal by Harris. I thought he came up with it for a second. So Gulf Breeze will move to 11-11. And again, they have West Florida Tech ahead.
It's a good-looking 11-11 team. No, there's no reason to foul in the backcourt here. We're not coming back. It's not going to happen. Just let the clock roll at this point.
If Gulf Breeze finishes the year with a winning record, they'll have back-to-back winning seasons for the first time in at least 15 years since Max Preps has been keeping those records. They haven't had back-to-back winning seasons going back to 2006, and we don't know how far before then.
Well, now I hope they do. You've convinced me, Dan.
All right. Well, that was my goal.
Get in there, ball. Get in there, ball.
Look at that.
The rims are kind here at Catholic.
The backboard was kind. The stanchion was almost kind there.
Golly, good job on stanchion.
My goal is to have one word for you a week.
I would love to see you stop at 1.
That's the first miss from the free throw line tonight for Gulf Breeze. Corbin with a rebound, tied up.
What's the point? Wanted to get in the book.
It's a wry smile from Griffin Corbin. And Ed Lewis tied him up and then apologized.
Yeah, exactly. That's on me.
All right, 50-30, and boy, that doesn't even begin to do this game justice. It was really a terrific ball game, especially for 3 quarters. The Gulf Breeze was just brilliant in the 4th quarter. It was a 31-28 ball game.
Well, remember, Dan, the first 10 seconds, I think, of the 3rd quarter, Gulf Breeze hit that 3, and you said at the time, that's a big start. And sure enough, they shot very well in the second half, hit several threes, and opened things up a little bit in the 3rd, and then in the 4th, it just got out of hand.
All right, well, we have some hardware to hand out.
That's right.
The player of the game, we may pick co-players of the game. I like Corbin, I like Pascal, and Hepworth was good too. We may give it to a bunch of people, but we'll figure that out. And we'll award the winner's trophy to Gulf Breeze here on the post-game show. Gulf Breeze gets the win 50-30 here at Catholic on Hill Kelly High School Hoops.
Watching Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram High School Hoops, presented by Andy Citron Injury Attorneys.
Well, the final score is 50-30, but boy, that score does not do this game justice because it was a terrific battle for 3 quarters before Gulf Breeze pulled away for the 20-point win against their arch rivals, the Catholic Crusaders. Ryan Ottensmeyer, head coach of the Gulf Breeze Dolphins, a win by 20 tonight. I'm sure it didn't feel like a 20-point win.
No, not at all. All of our games versus Catholic are back and forth. They're very physical. Coach Gill does an excellent job with his guys and preparing them on the defensive side, and that's one thing we worked on in practice for the last couple of days to prepare for them. I really can't thank the team enough for the effort in practice to prepare for this game.
We know your goal is to get to 70, so you want an up and down or certainly an offensive-minded game. You want basically a 40-point game, which was their style. How rewarding was it to come in here, kind of play their style of game and come away with a win?
It's really the kids executing. The first half, we really tried to do our style of basketball and push the ball, and they did such a good job of slowing us down and really making us run through our offense that we made some halftime adjustments, and that allowed us to pick up the pace a little bit, push the issue a little bit, and play a mix between their basketball and our basketball, and that's why we scored a lot more points in the second half than we did the first half.
You know, you've had, obviously, you had the 3 straight losses, including one to Choctaw, which, I mean, that's a lot of people are going to have that. But is this the kind of thing where you feel like maybe you're gaining some momentum as you head towards the postseason?
Oh, yes. A big win against Catholic always helps us with momentum. Scheduling them at the end of the year, really getting momentum going into the playoffs, and the physicality of the game helps prepare our guys for the postseason. With the size of Choctaw, Choctaw, with the speed of Pine Forest, we really have to pick up our physicality to contend with those guys. And so to prepare, this game sets us up wonderfully.
We had a hard time picking a player of the game. We ended up settling on Griffin Corbin, who hit a big 3 to kind of key things in the second half for you. But Cole Pascal was terrific. Ben Hepworth was terrific. You had some guys came off the bench who did a wonderful job. It was a great team effort. But can you talk a little bit about the team effort and also about what Griffin was able to do in some big moments?
Yeah, Griff's one of our best shooters. He's a go-to to hit the big shots. We set plays for him. We put in concepts to look for that 3 ball, and Griff came through big. As far as the team, the second half, the adjustments that they made, everybody that played and committed to understanding our concept and what we wanted to adjust was just amazing. And everybody really did their job tonight, which is something we emphasized all week.
All right, I'm going to talk to Griffin here and for just a second, and then Christian's going to come up. This is I had you for 11 points, and in a game like this, that's an awful lot of points. But can you talk about the performance of this team in a rivalry game? All the seniors, you guys have been together for so long. When we did your game with them last year, it was a heartbreaking loss for you guys, but you get 2 wins over your rivals this year, and what that means to you to get a big win, a hard-fought win like this.
Oh, it's awesome. It just starts with the team and everything. Our practices got way better, so at the beginning of the season we had a tough start, and we ended up getting this dub, so that's all I'm happy about.
You know, you have 9 seniors who've been together for longer than 4 years, really, a lot of you. And you know, what is really the strength of this team is, you guys have been together for a while. You know, you had Chance Napier, who kind of led things last year. Now you've got more of a balanced team across the board. So how has this team grown together as the years gone on?
It's all about, we share the ball a lot more than last year. We share the ball and we get open looks and spreads the floor out, and that's all we can ask for. Get open shots.
What do you look for? What do you think you need to still improve as you look towards the district tournament in about a week and a half?
Rebounding. Offensive rebounding a lot. Help us. But, yeah, that's about it.
What about the emotion of this win, Catholic? How important is it?
It's awesome. Beat them twice. First one by 40, second one by 20. It's awesome. I love it.
Well, Christian Garman has some the hardware for
That's
you guys
right.
here. How about it, Christian?
I love that. Did you hear him? First one by 20 or 40, second one by 20. You think they're keeping track? Fellas, that's a huge win. I played in this rivalry myself many times. I know what it's like to come into Catholic and get a big win. So congratulations. I know you're pumped. You have earned this tonight. Well done. That's a great job. The Gulf Breeze Dolphins get the big win. They beat Catholic both times they play. Well done, fellas. Both times they play this year. Again, winning big by 40 and then by 20. So, Dan, we've done several games. This is as exciting as it gets. You got something else you want to do here?
Well, I was going to say congratulations, Ryan. Thank you very much.
Well done, Coach. Well done. Yeah.
All right. All right. Congratulations, the Gulf Breeze Dolphins.
What a fun night.
It was a terrific night. And again, both teams. I mean, Catholic obviously is a team that is very young, and the bright days ahead as well. Maybe bright days in the postseason as well.
Yeah.
They're really a team that really battles you down the stretch. But the Gulf Breeze was impressive tonight with the way they won.
Absolutely. They were so impressive. They were so patient, too. In the fourth quarter, when they started to open things up, they didn't say, let's keep going. They still took their time, and they got really good shots again and again. And that was the big difference, I think.
Very good. Well, Gulf Breeze comes up with a big win here. We have one more game on our schedule. Next Friday, we will be at Tate for the first time as the Tate Aggies take on Pine Forest, who's on a little bit of a late season run themselves. Pine Forest and Tate next Friday night. We'll see you then a week from tonight. And don't miss our playoff preview show, which will follow that game right here on WFGX. For Christian Garman, our entire crew here at Catholic High School, thanks for joining us. Once again, the final score, Gulf Breeze 50, Catholic 30. Good night, everyone.